Okay. Look, like I told you, yeah, up of all need. You understand? All those stuff, all. And each stop I have the address, you cannot lose. You understand? And if you come here, the bus is here on the corner. The red line, Union Square, Soho, Lady Tally, Tribeca, Chinatown, Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Barry Park, Memorial 9/11, Allender Park, Chelsea Market, the Age, the Bridge, and the bus bring back. Now, the same ticket, I'm going to give you the boat ticket. You're going to get off here, stop 11. I give you the boat, 1 hour boat. The boat ticket in here, the boat to stop Elizabeth. In one ticket, you pay this for 1 day or 2 days. I told him, because you are 10 people, you're going to pay the 1 day ticket and the 1 day free. And every
Can take the bus here?
I'm going to give you the child price. We are not child, we have like 2 child.
हामी चाहिँ प्लानिङ गर्दैछौँ सिटी टुरको लागि यो हिपहप बुट भनेर बस रहेछ यहाँनिर नेगोसिएसन हुँदैछ साथीहरू बुझ्दैछ अफ द पास 1 डे
Partner, come. Okay, come here. Let I talk with the partner first. They are 10 people. You understand? Okay.
Said cash.
$85 for 2 days.
Cash.
Cash. This is the money for.
The money.
This is the money. You give me the money for 5 people. This is the money for 5 people.
Okay.
Orange. Go write this. You write this.
Can I even collect the ticket?
Collect all and you get collect the cash. Collect, take all the tickets.
You have to pack every single day. I practice for like an hour, 20 minutes. You husbands are sick of it. So practice.
Who has the 10? You have all 10? So come and scan for me. You gotta come with me. 1 second.
Scan for
All of it, we're all gonna go.
केही देखिँदैन दुईजना यहाँ आउनु यहाँबाट सिरियसली भनेको म त खोइ कुदाउने पर्यो ला हामी
लग्जरी क्रुजमा चढेको हामी हड्सन नदीमा यो चाहिँ के अरे म्यानहट्टन र न्यू जर्सीलाई जोड्ने 1 घन्टाको क्रुज भनेको छ स्पेसल लिबर्टीमा जाने भनेको आम्मामा मान्छे भिडै भिड छ कस्तो अव्यवस्थित रहेछ नि अनि सिट त पाइँदैन भनेको सोधेको सिट त जो पहिले आउँछ उसै पाउँछ भन्छ हो अनि माथि सिट खाली छ नि भनेको यहाँ तल बारमा किन्नु खानुपर्छ अरे अनि अपडेट गर्छ अरे प्रिमियम बनाएको छ माथि जानुपर्छ अरे What boat? Liberty Cruise. Where are you heading to? Statue of Liberty. Right? Okay. Got it. Enjoy your trip with us.
Skyline of downtown Manhattan over here. This is Wall Street. This street here to the right coming up. Wall Street, named after a literal wall which the Dutch built in 1653. A wall that spanned from the East River to the other side of the island, the Hudson River. It used to be the northernmost part of the Dutch settlement. The Dutch came here to this island in 1624. They established a trading post here at the southern tip of the island. They called the trading post Fort Amsterdam. In 1626, it became a settlement. They named the settlement New Amsterdam, and that was the former name of New York City. And the wall which the Dutch built in 1653 was built to defend themselves from the British, which were further back north here. But the British didn't have to come through the wall. They came with large gunships here in the New York harbor. Without firing a single shot from their warships, they took New Amsterdam away from the Dutch and renamed it New York after the Duke of York, the king's brother back then. This is our heliport and these are helicopter tours. $375. $375 per person for a 30-minute ride. And you will notice as the helicopters leave and as you look up to the helicopters, you will see people waving. You think they'll be waving at you, but no, they're waving their $375 goodbye. We are at the southern tip of the island of Manhattan, which is 13 miles in length, 2.5 miles in width, some 24 square miles in land area, with a resident population of 1.6 million Manhattanites. And here, coming up here to the right at the southern tip of Manhattan are 2 ferry terminals, the brown and green, the old terminal here. This is the Governor's Island Ferry Terminal. And you'll see the Governor's Island Ferry, which is that white ferry crossing this span here. 800 yards off the southern tip of Manhattan is Governor's Island, that island here to the left. Named after British governors who used that island as their Hampton-like retreat place. British governors who in 1776 took New Amsterdam away from the Dutch, renamed it New York. That's how it came to be New York until today. And this other terminal here, this is the Staten Island Ferry Terminal. Later you'll see 2 large orange ferries. They are our free public transportation. You don't have to pay anything to ride the Staten Island Ferry, which leaves from this terminal to go to Staten Island. In fact, to your left, right up ahead, you will see the Staten Island Ferry, the large orange ferry coming to Manhattan. It's a 20-minute trip to Staten Island from here. So if you like cruising on the water of New York City, you can You can do it for free from the Staten Island Ferry up ahead. Now, if you want to go to the island, Liberty Island and Ellis Island, you will have to take the ferry from here, from Barry Park, that white ferry up ahead. The Statue City Cruises, they are the only authorized ferries that will bring you to both Ellis Island and Liberty Island. So coming up here to the ride, you will see those trees at Battery Park, named after a series of batteries or cannons, artilleries that lined up the wall there. At Battery Park, you will see a round structure, which is Fort Clinton. Along with this round structure here to your left at Governor's Island, Fort Williams, they were built for the war of 1812. After a successful American Revolution, the U.S. military built forts here at the New York Harbor to protect the harbor from further invasion. But these forts were never used for war, and Battery Park became an immigration landing station. 1850 to 1890, it was an immigration landing station welcoming up to 8.5 million immigrants. And one of the more famous immigrants who passed through Battery Park, when it was the Castle Garden Immigration Landing Depot, was a Serbian engineer with an Austrian passport working in France, in Paris, petitioned by Thomas Edison to work for him here, and his name was Nikola Tesla. Very Park. And a lot of the immigrants back then were Irish, Italians, Germans. And the Irish were escaping the Irish potato famine. The Germans were looking for work. They found work here in the city. A lot of them found work in the Midwest. A lot of the immigrants back then were Italians. Looking for work as well. They built the British tunnels and dirty skyscrapers. And a lot of the immigrants back then were Jewish people escaping the pogroms, the pogroms of Russia, Eastern Europe. A tale of settlements back then. And there was a time in New York City history that there were more Irish in New York City than in Dublin, more Greeks in New York City than in Athens, more Italians in New York City than in Royal Naples, Genoa, more Germans in New York City than in Bremen, and more Jewish people in New York City than in any city in the world back then. Okay, this river here to the right is a real river. It's called the Hudson River, named after the British explorer Henry Hudson. He came here in 1604. He was looking for the Northwest Passage to Asia from the Americas. If you look to the left on the horizon, you will see a long bridge looking like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California. That bridge is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge linking Staten Island to Brooklyn, and beyond that bridge is the Atlantic Ocean. In 1604, Henry Hudson steered his 80-ton ship, the Half Moon, from the raging waters of the Atlantic Ocean. He came to the New York harbor, and he was excited to see this river, thinking that this river would lead him to Asia. He thought this river would link him from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, and so he navigated it 105 miles up north. It only brought him to Albany and not to Asia. And on his return, he introduced this place, not to the British, although he was British. He introduced them to the Dutch because he was looking for because he was working for the Dutch East India Company back then. Alright, if you look towards Manhattan, you will see the the tall building there, the One World Trade Center again. And up ahead is Jersey, New Jersey. This is mainland USA. Of the 5 boroughs in New York City, only the Bronx is in the mainland. All the others are islands off the coast of the USA. New York City is composed of some 40 islands. This is Manhattan. Brooklyn and Queens are in Long Island. You just pass by Governor's Island. Up ahead is Ellis Island and Liberty Island. And further down to the left is Staten Island. 40 islands in the city of New York. Is Ellis Island, which is a historic island. When New York City closed Battery Park as an immigration landing station, the U.S. federal government opened this island up ahead as the new immigration landing station, welcoming up to 15 million immigrants. Today, it is said that more than 100 million Americans can trace their ancestry to an immigrant who passed through Ellis Island. Check up. And if doctors will look at you, and if they suspect that you have a mental illness or an infectious disease like trachoma, cholera, diphtheria, tuberculosis, they will put a chalk mark on your clothing. You'll be separated from the rest of the immigrants. You'll be confined to those structures. After the Great Hall on Ellis Island here, they will confine you to the hospital, the St. Ellis Island Immigration Hospital here after the Great Hall. And if it is confirmed that you are sick, you and your family will be sent back home. That's why this island here to the right, Ellis Island, was called the Island of Tears because of the possibility of being sent back home. But this island is also called the Island of Hope. So 98% of those who pass through Ellis Island were welcome here to the U.S. Beautiful between the French and the Americans, and also based here to welcome all the immigrants from abroad back then. Back then, the only way to come to the U.S. was by ships, and ships coming from Europe would cross the Atlantic, and they would pass through the Narrows, where you see that bridge, to keep the statue standing, to enable people to go up to the crown and to the torch. And that internal structure was built by another. So here in New York City, we would say we also have an Eiffel Tower inside Lady Liberty. The lady is holding a torch signifying light. Her full name is Liberty Enlightening the World. She's wearing a crown with 7 points signifying the 7 seas, the 7... $1,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment here in Buffalo. This is the Manhattan Bridge. At the very end of the Manhattan Bridge is Canal Street, Chinatown. The first Chinatown in New York City. It is the oldest, but it is no longer the biggest because the Chinatown in Brooklyn is twice larger than the Chinatown in Manhattan. The biggest Chinatown in New York City is in Queens, Flushing, Queens. Some 600,000 Chinese here in the greater metropolitan area. The largest concentration of Chinese outside of Asia living here in New York City. After the Manhattan Bridge, which is the noisiest bridge in the city, as you can hear. We are approaching Pier 36. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the store. Hope you got great pictures here of the Statue of Liberty, the skyline of New York City. My name is Mikey, and I am a licensed New York City tour guide. And licensed New York City tour guides, we are customarily tipped for our services. And New York City is a tipping city. So here I am carrying this tip box where we receive tips for the captain and the crew as well. So as you hop off the bed, I'll be standing.
Watch your step, please. Watch your step.
Thank you. Good day, sir. Watch your step.
Yeah, thank you.
Go. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
लिबर्टी क्रुज पनि सिद्धायो तर सबै के भएको न्युयोर्क सिटी त यसपालि त गाँजा मात्रै गनाउँछ सबैतिर जहाँ गए पनि अब गाँजा खानेलाई त बास्ट आउँछ भन्ला नखानेलाई त गनाएकै हो सब मानिसहरू गाँजा अहिले एकदम जताततै अलाउ रहेछ त्यसले गर्दा मान्छेले भयङ्कर गाँजा खाएर मस्ती गर्छन् कि थियो पुरै गन्दै आयो खानेलाई त राम्रै होला नखानेलाई त गन्दै हुँदो रहेछ ओके तिमीहरूको यात्रा कस्तो हो
राम्रै भयो त्यति चाम्रो चाहिँ भएन
ओके How was your trip?
Great.
Great? Did you enjoy? Yeah. Sweetie,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
Good.
Good? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I see a smile on your face.
You don't or you do?
You?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Do you see my smile on my face?
Yeah, I see a smile on your face. Yeah. Manhattan Bridge को मुनि रमाइलो छ एक्सरसाइज गर्नको लागि ओपन स्पेस छ यतातिर गयो भने साइकल चढ्नेको लेन हो यो अनि मान्छेहरू रनिङ पनि गर्दो रहेछ यहाँदेखि उता पारिपट्टि गयो भने चाइना टाउन छ चाइनिज स्टोर र चाइनिज फुडहरू पाउने युएसमा चाहिँ राइट ह्यान्ड साइड ड्राइभ भएको हुनाले यो यता आउने यो उता जाने साइकलको लागि बाइकहरू के बेला राखेको थाहा भएन यो फ्याँकेको हो कि के गरेको चेन गरेर चेनमा बाँधेर राखेको छ होला ठिकै छ